I think freedom is a word that comes to mind that I hear from a lot of members. They feel very free to do the things that they love to do, travel, be with family and friends, not have to worry about maintenance, and also the freedom of living in a brand new, beautiful home that they were able to customize.
What makes Cooperative so powerful for our buyers is that they are proactively making a decision about where they want to be and the community that they want to be a part of, and what they see their life like in the next few years. We have a lot of people that come to us after our building is open and we have wait lists, and they'll say, boy, I really wish that I made this decision sooner. Unfortunately, now they are forced to make a decision that they didn't want to, as opposed to proactively making a decision to live in our building that is sustainable over a long period of time. Single level living, strong community of friends and neighbors, simplified living where the management company is responsible for maintaining, repairing, replacing things within the building itself. So it's sustainable for our members over time. And when they proactively make that decision, you can just feel the weight that's been lifted off their shoulders. Sometimes this decision is years in the making, and the relief that folks feel when they commit to our building and decide to start a new life in this community, it is empowering for them. And I can't tell you how many of our members have come up to us and said, this is the best decision that I ever made. And that's what keeps us going as a team, is the reward of driving up to our building, seeing our members, living an active life, being in groups, whether it's playing cards or going for bike rides together or happy hours maybe on the terrace. Just seeing how their life now has changed because of the work that we've done and the decision that they made to this process, it's extremely rewarding. First off, each home has one share, and that share entitles those members who live in that home to one vote in the decisions of the cooperative. The cooperative elects a board, which you can be a part of if you're a member of the cooperative. There's also different committees where if you have unique skill sets, such as accounting or marketing skills, you can be a part of those committees within the cooperative. It's completely voluntary, but lending your skill sets to that is another opportunity to continue some of the work that you've done in your professional career. One of the unique things that you're going to find as you're looking at different forms of housing with cooperatives is that there's no landlord. So there's no profit motive once the building is built. And as an owner within that building, you know that the decisions are being made on your behalf and with your best interests in mind.
So I was at our American Co-op of Lake Phalen community on Friday afternoon, and a daughter and her kids were here setting up for her child's wedding party. And they were decorating the club room, and she said, we just had to have my son's wedding shower here in this beautiful club room. And she came over and gave me a big hug and just said, we are so thrilled that our dad is so happy living here and is having so much fun, and that we get as a family to use these spaces.
My most rewarding moment in building this building at Lake Phalen is, and I had the same experience in Anoka, is coming to the building several months after it's opened, after members have settled in, just seeing folks living their lives here and with their new friends that they never knew before they moved into the building. They're participating in different activities. Maybe they're going for a bike ride, or they're just enjoying the weather outside on their porch, and just seeing life starting to just populate throughout the building. And just to know that we had a small role to play in that is a really rewarding thing. It just you can see folks' lives have changed for the better, and it's really exciting to be a part of. Gramercy's evolved quite a bit since it was founded by our dad. Of course, he's not here anymore to help us along, but we learned a lot of lessons at a pretty young age from our dad about how to do this the right way. And whereas he was just getting started, there were very few senior co-ops that had been built in Minnesota. And so he had an opportunity to kind of do it his way. And we now have the opportunity to kind of do it our way as leaders within the business. And I think we're really focused still on some of, obviously those core beliefs that he had about doing the right thing. I remember he pulled me aside when I was a younger man, and said, one day you could work in this business, and we're, one of the most important things that we do is we do the right things for our members. And so that's always kind of stuck with me. And so we bring that to obviously each one of our buildings. But, one of the things that we've really drilled down on now is our home plans are very, very intentionally designed. We spend a lot of time thinking about every square foot, every nook and cranny, every choice of material to make sure that it's durable, that it's beautiful, that it's well designed, it's functional. And so we have, I think, taken the design component of this to the next level. We're really, really excited to bring that mentality of those core beliefs plus our focus on design to Rochester.
And I think one thing that has not changed is the early principle of the original Gramercy with our dad, which was develop what people want. So it isn't Mick and I developing what we think you want or what we think the community needs. We absolutely want to hear from you, and we study that. We review that for every new co-op. What floor plan was successful, what were the pros and cons of the common areas and the feedback from people, and we just take all that information, and slowly but surely the brand has evolved to be what you're looking for.
So my vision for the American Cooperative in the future is that we're building beautiful cooperatives in communities across the state of Minnesota, maybe even outside of the state of Minnesota. There's a gigantic need for home ownership in the state. There are a lot of apartment developers. There are very few developers that work in cooperative living. I love the idea of going to communities that where folks don't want to move, where they love living there. The thought of moving, 3 towns away or across the metro, breaks their heart. And so we can come to that community. We have an opportunity to show them what cooperative living looks like. It should be very familiar to those folks because it's exactly what living in that town is supposed to be like. It's friends and neighbors. It's a supportive community, except you're living that in a beautiful building that has been very intentionally designed. If you're interested in cooperative living, we host informational sessions several times a month, so please check our website at theamericancooperatives.com for more information. We hope to see you there and share with you more about what it means to live in a cooperative and show you some examples of what we can do.
Join us, it'll be fun.